Well, seeing as how I lived most of my life in my van, I thought I would produce a rant from my van. You know, frogs are really useful for explaining things in the creation-evolution debate. For example, evolution really is just a fairy tale presented under the guise of science in our education system. Evolution has a frog turning into a prince. You're an 80s child if you got that joke. And if you don't believe me, just pick up the January 2009 issue of Scientific American, where they try and blame your bad habit of hiccups on your ancestral relationship to frogs. Don't look at me, man. You can't make this stuff up. So why is it then that if a princess kisses a frog and it turns into a prince, it's called a fairy tale? But you teach it in the university and say it happened over millions of years, it's called a fact. Now, most evolutionists I know of are good, honest people who've been duped by what is being taught in our education systems. Ironically, it is those very same education systems that teach us the scientific and natural laws that say evolution is impossible. For example, evolution has life arising from non-life. It has life arising from a rock. All without outside divine intelligence. The same year Darwin published Origin of the Species, a guy by the name of Louis Pasteur invented the process called pasteurization. Pasteur showed scientifically that life could only come from life. How ironic that God answered Darwin through Pasteur before Darwin even spoke. As a result of Pasteur's research, we now have the law of biogenesis, which says that life only comes from life and like begets like. You don't see a cow giving birth to a cat, for example. There are no exceptions to this law. That is why it is a natural and scientific law. So evolution must violate this scientific and natural law. That means evolution is neither scientific nor natural. In fact, it is supernatural by very definition of the word. I had one YouTuber write in and ask, where did you get the idea that evolution was a supernatural process? Well, actually, my question would be, where on earth did you get the idea that evolution was a natural process? How on earth do you defy natural laws with natural processes? And the laws of biogenesis are only some of the natural and scientific laws that evolution must violate. There's also the laws of thermodynamics, see rant number 94, the laws of information, see rants number 35 and 78, and evolution must defy all observable evidence we've had to date on things like genetics. Now, of course, some might try and say that Darwin only attempted to explain the origin of the species, not the origin of life. Actually, the two are intrinsically connected. Check out rant number 63 and 78 to find out why origin of the species is impossible. Whether you believe in creation or evolution, you believe that the origin of life was a supernatural process. There's no getting around it. But at least creation still follows the laws of biogenesis. We still have life arising from life. And we have like giving rise to like, exactly as the Bible says. Now, one day you're going to meet that first life, our Creator. I would suggest to you that that Creator is none other than Jesus Christ. And what will you say to Him about your life on Judgment Day when you get to meet Him? See you later.